Heyo friendos, welcome to today's video. For this one, I am so excited. I've been saying that a lot, but there's a lot to be excited for this holiday season. And one of those things is a new release from Dominique. I had told you guys in a previous video that I was very much looking forward to reviewing something new from her and purchasing something new from her brand. As of right now, I have but one measly palette from Dominique, and that's the only product I own from her brand. So just being real with you guys, because you know how I am. I'm very blunt when it comes to these reviews. I really liked the color story and the aesthetic of her original latte palette. I thought that the formulation and how the colors were pressed was probably around a B- if I had to give it a grade, like it's a test or something. But yeah, some of the mattes are a little hard to blend. I thought the shimmers were really pretty, but yeah, the mattes, a little too hard pressed and a little too hard to blend, especially on the purple and teal shades in that palette. But now we are years down the road since she released that original palette. I think it's time we dive in and see how this one works. All right, friendos, stay tuned. So we've got a lot to try out today, guys. We have the bundle from Dominique. This is her Coral Blossom palette. We have her creamy fill and define lip liner. And we have the Soft Focus Demi Matte Lipstick. Let's get into some swatches. But first, behold the beautiful color story. So I thought this was gorgeous. I don't know what you guys think. I think it is going to be so flattering on so many different skin tones. You can't go wrong with a peachy pink. Yikes. You can't go wrong with a peachy pink. And there's two in here. Plus this shade right here. This right here was what made me pull the trigger on this palette. So enough prattling, let's get to swatching. So we are going to do this row first. The first peachy pink shade called Self-Worth. It felt a little dry. Free Escape, also a matte, felt a little dry. And then Coral Quartz felt very nice and creamy. So here we go. That right there did not swatch that great. Neither did this one. And then Coral Quartz needed some building up. These two kind of swatched patchy. Now we'll try out Growth and Hazel. Some kick up, but I'm not complaining. These turned out very smooth and very pigmented. Next we'll do Patience, Mariposa, and Blooming Beauty. The mattes again feel pretty dry on this one. And then the shimmer shade feels pretty creamy. These swatched a little bit better. Still kind of light. The center one is really light. I don't know if that's supposed to be, that might just, is that a topper? Just being real with you guys, I don't see much of a difference between this one and this one other than this one's just slightly darker. Now let's do the final two, Willow and Radiant. I keep getting in trouble with my sister. She told me specifically to swatch like this, not like this. I'm sorry, Polywog. Okay. So that turned out really pretty. This one right here, again, it's kind of light. I don't want to say that it's too patchy, but it's not the smoothest. But you know what? That Pricked palette had some similar shades in it. It didn't swatch that good, but you guys remember how it performed on my eyes. So hopefully the shades will perform better on the eyes. We will be doing an eye look in just a moment, and we'll be trying out some of the eye shades over a base. I do have P. Louise base down right now. I'm ready for that. But first, let's try out the lip products. So this is the Soft Focus Demi Matte Lipstick in the shade Calladita. That means Shy Girl, in case you guys are wondering. So this is made in Korea. Where is this palette made? Made in the US. And the lip liner, also made in Korea. And then this is in the shade Nudie, by the way. So these are kind of hard to open. I'm just being whiny. It's late. My package came late today and I didn't even know it had arrived. So I'm starting this video at like 3 in the morning, so if I seem like I'm off my rocker, it's because I haven't been to sleep. But I'm always a little off my rocker. Y'all know that. Okay. So, Gagaita. Let's see. I'll just swatch it on my hand. That is very smooth. It has a really nice finish too. All right, I think I'm going to like this. This lip liner, I'm not sure how I feel about it just aesthetically. Just being real with you, I think that the component for the matte lipstick or demi matte lipstick is very pretty. It looks very chic. You can tell it's plastic, but you can tell this is like the nice expensive plastic. This right here just kind of feels like drugstore to me. And to be real, I don't understand the triangular tip here. But you know what? I haven't tried it out upon application, so let's just do that real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna be real. I'm not sure how I feel about this lip liner. I would prefer just a smaller tip. Also, this is a little too creamy for me for what I typically like when it comes to a lip liner. This might grow on me, and as she said, there is beauty in growth. So we'll see. I will say if you like a big bold line for lip liner, you may very well like this. I do think that the color's very pretty. This just isn't what I'm used to. I'll put it like that. It's not what I'm used to. But yeah, guys, I don't like the component. All right, let's try the lipstick. So I have to say, I think this lipstick is going to be a real winner for me. It looks perfect. Perfect with this lip liner. So I think she did a wonderful job pairing these two together. It is rare that I have a lipstick that feels so hydrating but yet still looks matte. It does not feel cheap at all as I swipe it across my lips. It feels very, very luxe. I'm very impressed with this. Ooh, you guys, this is one of those magnetic components too. Like, saves you some of the trouble. So without further ado, let's do a look. We'll start out today with Blooming Beauty. This is on my Sigma E65. So this first shade, Blooming Beauty, I would say is about average when it comes to pigmentation. However, the blendability on it is very nice. It is blending out with ease. Then we'll go in with Self-Worth on the same brush. A lot of kick up in the pen when I did that. I don't really care about kick up in the pan. I don't know about you guys. I like to make you all aware of basically every little possible problem that you might have with any sort of makeup product. Because let's be real, makeup is not cheap. This bundle actually wasn't bad. It was $68 for all 3 pieces. And I did a free shipping option. So that's really not that bad. However, we're not talking about drugstore pricing either. So just want to make you aware of everything that I possibly can so that you have a complete picture before you make a purchase. Now on the same brush, we'll go in with Patience. A lot of kick up with that shade too. Friendos, I am very pleased. This is blending out effortlessly. I want to give this look a little bit more depth, so we'll go in with the shade Growth. This is on my Natasha Denona number 1. Now on my Refer 14, I'll go in with the shade Hazel. Okay, Hazel is a little bit harder to blend than the rest that I've used so far. It's not terrible, but it's just not blending out as quickly as the other ones did. On my M506, I've dipped into Mariposa. This one is very pretty. I'm not getting a lot of kick up with this shade like I did the mattes, and it's building up nicely. I haven't even had to spray my brush. So let's try it this time. I'm gonna spray the brush and we'll see if it becomes even more brilliant. Because right now it's looking like a shimmer of like champagne mixed with pink. So that built it up some, but it's still not a striking. If you're looking for like a blinding inner corner highlight, I don't know that you will get that out of this palette. But we don't need that every time, or at least I don't. Maybe you do, I don't. Now let's go in with the shade that I was the most excited for, which is the purple shade Radiant. This is on a dry Natasha Denona number 9. It's not picking up that good on my brush. Oh, there we go. There we go, you guys. She's there now. Friendos, I know that this look is not the most flattering look, but you all know I try to use as many colors as I can at one time when we are reviewing the palette. Now, I will revisit this and do a 2 looks 1 palette, and we'll try to do something that's a little more flattering next go round. This right here, the purpley blue shift is subtle. It's not in your face. It's not like a Pat McGrath duochrome. I am going to try spraying my brush and then seeing what it looks like from there. So let's do that together. Gotcha. Now this is what we came to the party for. It's really starting to deepen up and become more dimensional now. Now on my lower lash line, I'm taking the opposite end of the crappy Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, connecting the two, and then it will put the sort of yellow ochre shade. It's called Willow. It's matte right underneath that. Okay, friendos, I'm going to line, lash, and blend this out a little bit more, and I'll be right back. You all know that one of my favorite techniques that I learned from Painted by Spencer is to use a shade from your eyeshadow as your blush. And this palette is designed to do exactly that. It is both an eye and a cheek palette. So I think we'll dip in with Blooming Beauty as my blush shade to tie this all together. Such a beautiful shade. Friendos, if I were to rate this new palette, I would give the formulation somewhere in between an A- and a B+. It's definitely a step up from her original latte palette, I'm so happy to say. Also, if I could describe this palette in a word, we're gonna do 2 words, flattering and classy. And I think that really speaks to who Kristen Dominique is here on YouTube. Like, when I think about classy YouTubers, Kristen Dominique is probably the first beauty guru that comes to mind. I was even thinking to myself, why can't I be more classy? Like, why can't I be like Kristen Dominique? Like, she embodies like feminine beauty. And then I was thinking, what could I do to be more classy? But then I got to thinking that if I was going to be more classy, I probably need to stop dyeing my hair orange, and I'd probably have to start doing my laundry before I'm on my last pair of underwear. Also, I'm pretty sure I would stop having to tell jokes like that if I was going to be classy. Well, that's a story for another day, guys. We'll get back to that one. So now I want to hear from you all. Tell me, did you purchase this palette? Are you considering it? Did you purchase the lip products too? Because let me tell you, I didn't really care for the lip liner all that much. Like, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. But that just might be because it's unfamiliar. Like, it's definitely unfamiliar territory having a thick triangle for a lip liner. But I think it's growing on me. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you'd like this look. If you would like to see more, I could definitely do a 2 looks 1 palette. And I'm just going to throw it in there. I've been drinking Mountain Dew this entire time. As you can see, we just have a little bit of transfer here, but it has not worn off on my lips one bit. So again, very impressed with the lip products. If you like this video or if you found it helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate all the effort that you guys have put in to make my channel grow. I've definitely been getting more views, and that's because of you all being so active in the comment section. Like, thank you so much for that. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the shadow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, bye.